tell you one thing is for sure, you know, someone can accuse me of faking whatever they want to accuse me of faking. Can't fake the bags under the eyes, though, you know. I suppose you could say I'm a meth addict. I've heard all sorts of crazy crap in this world. Anyway, so I'm putting these videos out in such a way that I can point back to. And currently I'm on the topic of Walnut Creek Community Church and my relationship with them, because there are things that happened here that shouldn't have happened in any city, anywhere. And Des Moines needs to know what it was that shaped the face of Des Moines. And the situation is convoluted because there's a lot of ideas and things that people don't normally experience when they're living their 9-to-5, dare I say, economic slave routine. You know, I've experienced a lot of things in my life simply because I've gone out to explore quite a bit more than most people. But we got some crooks. We got some crooks that are running around in this town. They've been running around in this town for decades, not even necessarily knowing themselves that they're crooks, which makes it nearly impossible to hold them accountable through the normal means of, you know, calling people out of their crap, you know, bringing it out to light, talking it out. Like, when people believe that they are perfected grace, they can do no wrong. And it's in this slippery slope that we lose a lot of ministers in America, where they get to this point to where their Christian walk has shown them that they can do no wrong in Christ. They start doing lots of wrongs that they might even claim are good. And really, the point that I want to get to is examining that. Not just about one ministry or three ministries here or whatever, because there's a pattern here that exists all the way through the ministries in America and most of westernized culture. And it's literally the pattern between the forces of heaven and the forces of hell, with churches, congregations, literally as military targets, which that's probably too schizophrenic for some people to like wrap their heads around for a second. But if there's a war between heaven and hell, then what people call churches, those are military targets to the devil, to the evil, to the darkness, to whatever. Anything that calls on God's name is a military threat, something that has to be addressed. And the Bible warns us of this and talks about the need to be an alert, and it talks about the armor of God, which I don't care what your interpretation is of the armor of God. When you boil it down to the most basic set of words, the most basic ideas, a person could paraphrase and say, the armor of virtues, and not be totally wrong. And whenever you see a ministry that operates with a beautiful face to the public, but lacks integrity in the leadership on some of the most important things of God, the lack of virtue that exists wherever integrity has been breached, in some way, shape, or form comes back to one of these virtues that are mentioned in reference to the armor of God. And so wherever these virtues are lacking, I guarantee you that piece of armor is missing and the devil's exploiting it somehow. So I'm not attacking any specific person, but I am using the people in this city who have played whatever terrible part that they've played, even some of them unknowingly. And those that do know have no idea the damage they've created, because how do you measure something that never was that God wanted to do? You don't even know how big it might have been. Just lived under a curse, completely oblivious to the fact that there was a better way. God's way, not man's way. This is a reoccurring theme. And so, for those that would like to think that I'm obsessing over a girl or a church or this or that or whatever, no, I'm cleaning a house. These ministries came in here from somewhere else, set up shop in my shop, set up shop on my turf, on my land, on my backyard, literally. It's time for a reckoning of truth, and this has been 20 years in the making for some of you. Those who don't walk in the power of God, who claim the authority of God, bad-mouthing those who walk in the authority with the power. No, it's time for you guys to come out of your lie that you told yourselves and others. Because the people in this city will be set free, and it won't be done by the hands of those who tell people that God has no power, that you are God's power. Every minister that claims that they are the final authority in God here on earth, the people will reject you for what you've done, even though you don't even realize the level of the depth of the sickness that you've created. Sorry for your luck.